Hello YouTube, this is Smoothfish coming at you with an update of the marine tank. You guys haven't seen this because I have not uploaded a single video of this yet since I've had it set up. I mean, I have not uploaded a video for you guys in months. I can't remember, it must be coming on to a year. If I think properly, it must be at least a year. So seriously, biggest apologies for that. I mean, I moved house in November. We then got a dog in December who's over here. Can't really see him that well. Let me just put this on so you can see him. Buddy, buddy, stop eating your cloth. Buddy, come here, look. Come here and say hello to the people. Come here. Well, this is Buddy anyway. He's a cockapoo, and we got him in December. So obviously we've had our hands full with him because he's an interesting puppy. But yeah, but back to this. This was started off when I moved house, and I decided that I'd done the tropical, I'd done the planted tanks. I then moved on to Malawi's, and as I was moving, it's coming up to my birthday, bigger house, kind of thought, well, wouldn't mind trying something new. And I've seen a lot of Mr. C-Sups videos. If you haven't seen him, check him out, because he's got a good video channel. Hasn't uploaded anything recently, but hey, everyone's lifestyle changes, and some people just get busy, you know, same as I did. I fell out of it a little bit, didn't have the interest to put videos up, I suppose. But now, so I'm kind of figuring I'm going to try and get back into this, and as I've now done the marine thing, I'm kind of figuring maybe starting up a series where I talk people through starting up their marine tanks. And it was thanks to Mr. C-Sup, obviously, as I say, that I started off these, because he did mention that it's not as difficult as people make out that it is. And credit to him, it's not, as long as you do your research and you're cautious about what you do and how you go about things. And then honestly, it's not actually that bad at all. Water changes as per usual. I've done 2 water tests on this since I set it up. One was for the cycle, which finished off, and then obviously I added my clowns, which aren't these ones that are here, they're different ones, they're commons. And then the only other test I did recently was to check out for my phosphate and my nitrate, just because I was getting a little bit of an algae bloom, which is a little bit high, so I've arranged for that to be sorted. But apart from that, as you can see, this is as now nearly, this must be 9 months in. It's had a lot of changes. I'll run through that in another video. I'll give you a little run through what's on there at the minute. Oh, I've got these, excuse the light bracket, this is a temporary thing, these only went on 2 days ago. But these are 2 D120 Evergrow lights. As you can see, I mean, you can't really see because the colours aren't. You've got your 2 controls in the front, and absolutely brilliant lights. I had 1 unit on here before, which is why I built this stand thing, just as a get by until I get the actual proper mount for it, which I still have got to buy. But if you're thinking about getting those lights, don't hesitate, buy them, they're amazing. As you can see from the colours in the tank, I mean, they make your corals pop. And this is on full at the minute on everything. If I just turn down this right hand side one, give you an idea. Half and half, that looks a bit weird. But yeah, as you can see, the corals pop like anything. Everything's in a bit of a sulk at the minute because I just did a water change. But there you go, gives you an idea of what to expect when you have your blues on full. And no whites. But these are the newer D2120, sorry. They've got, I think it's 8 different colours instead of 6. But I think they've got like a UV blue and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's all very complicating. I'll just give you a little run through what's in here, and obviously with a series I'm thinking of starting up with the how to start a marine tank. I'm going to show you that, well, I don't think I can show you because I don't think I'll be allowed to set up another tank to run you through it that way, but I'll talk you through it the best I can. More than welcome to follow it for that. I just want to prove to people that it's not as hard as people say it is. I mean, people are scared off with, you know, the tank crashes and, or you know, all these special things and dosing, and you don't need dosing, you don't need skimmers, you don't need to have a sump, you can do it with an external filter. If you're not heavily stocked, you don't need a skimmer. If you haven't got messy things like tangs, you don't need a skimmer. So I don't know why everyone digs into people for having skimmers. This has run skimmerless since January, and I'm absolutely fine. I have no problems at all, okay? As you can see, these corals are growing like anything. Let you run through what we've got in here at the minute. I think that's barley red pulse and zinnia. Yeah, if you like a coral that grows like a weed, that's the one for you. Got loads of star polyps. Got this mushroom garden up here. It's only been in here just over a week, so I'm hoping they're going to fan out a little bit more. Got this Recordia. Not sure if that's a Florida Recordia. I'm not that up to date on it yet anyway. Got these green fairy mushrooms over here. That's about 5 heads of torches, but they're spread across 2 because they're from 2 different colonies. I can't remember the name of these. They're clovers. Another Recordia down here. If I can zoom into it, yeah, everything's on a bit of a sulk at the minute, and there's... If you're ever thinking of getting a blue leg hermit crab for your tank, unless it's a massive tank and all your corals are literally sealed down, wedged to the rock, puttied in, don't bother getting blue-legged hermit crabs. All they do is bulldoze your corals off and just cause you an absolute nightmare. These mushrooms, incredible under blues, sorry. I'll show you that now quickly. Those completely pop, if I can get this right. There you go. Stand out like anything. Incredible mushrooms. Look quite dull when everything's on full, but that's another thing just to add a bit of difference to it when the lights are off. Got my red plating Monty up here, which has only been in there a week. A little bit concerned because he is starting to go a bit pale. I've tried keeping SPSs before and never had any luck. I've got the monster of monster Aptasia. Not gonna lie, I've got a few in here. Looking at getting some Aptasia eating shrimps. So I was just gonna get some true peppermint shrimps. Clean up crew in here, I'll talk you through another day because that gives me a chance to do more videos. Stock I'll talk through another day. They've got some interesting little characters in here. These guys are a wild caught pair. They sent me back a few quid, but I think they're stunning. I'm just quite happy with those. Unfortunately, doesn't agree with the Chorus Smashers I've got there, which I bought to get rid of my flatworm problem. Because obviously, beginner mistakes, I'll talk you through that again one day as well. Here's coral dipping. Make sure you dip your corals if you buy corals from anywhere unknown or you're not sure if there's going to be any hitchhikers in them. Dip your corals. I've had a nightmare of flatworm, and it's all going to come to a head soon when I'm going to have to rip my tank apart, and I don't know, it's going to be a little bit awkward. Other fish I've got in here, down here, barley tiger jawfish, you can just see his head there. Bit of a shy character, but I'll show you now if I put a bit of food in. They've not been fed today, so they're going to go a little bit mental now. Here he comes, look. If you haven't got a barley tiger jawfish in your marine tank, and you've considered getting one, get one. They look like might be a bit vicious, but they're actually incredible characters. Hide away, come and get the food when they're ready. Absolutely brilliant. They might move your sandbed around a little bit and your rocks, but that's to be expected. I've got a few hidden critters in here as well. Got a pom-pom crab, or boxer crabs as other people call them, hiding around under the rocks somewhere, no idea what that could be. There's my cleaner shrimp, he's been with me since 8 months, I think I've had him now. But he's happy as anything can be. I've got my long-nosed butterfly there, he's an absolute stunner. Still trying to fatten him up a little bit. He's a bit skinny when I first got him. I think it's just from his travelling and stuff. And yes, it's funny, I think he might have had an internal parasite or something, but he seems to have shuffled that off and he's starting to put on some good weight now. So I'm going to keep him going, hopefully feeding him well. Got a tribal Blenny, you can just about see him there. He's a very interesting little character. And then the more unusual things, like I've got a banded, you won't be able to see them because they probably aren't coming out right now, but under the red mushrooms there, if I can get focused, there you go. Yeah, under the red mushrooms there we have a coral band goby, oh sorry, a banded goby, banded shrimp goby. So many different names, it drives you crazy. And under there he's also paired with a pistol shrimp, so if you hear a crack, don't worry, that's not my aquarium breaking, it is just the pistol shrimp. With these claws as they close, they make a loud cracking noise. Makes you a little bit nervous if you don't realise you've got one in there. And this is one of the more unusual ones I've got. I don't know if you can see him, he's hiding around there at the minute. Oh, he's not going to come out, is he? Let's get another bit of food in there, let's see if we can drag him out. I've got a thing I like to get slightly different looking fish. I'm not a... You know, some people stick with the dory and... excuse the terms, the dory and the clown, or the dory and the Nemo mix, which for me I've done Now I've done the dory thing. Didn't buy it because she was a dory, but bought it because I thought she looked cool. And she gave me white spot. That's for another video. I think I've babbled on long enough now anyway, but here he comes. Let's see if we can get a little zoom in on him. But I've got a yellow banded possum wrasse. He's quite shy still. He's been in here, must be coming on to 2 weeks. He's slowly getting brave, but not too bad. Oh, there he goes, look. Good little feeder, quality little fish. Don't come across those very often in the UK. At least I don't think you do. And I've got a mandarin who's feeding, and anyone that's scared of keeping mandarins, if you're a new tank owner for marine, don't be scared of keeping mandarins. As long as you can see him feeding in the shop and he's eating on frozen, take him home. They say your care levels are a nightmare. I've not had any problems. It's hard to judge when you see the, you know, the ratings that people see, like Live Aquaria and stuff like that. They put them under a difficulty care level. And that's, I think it's mainly due down to the weaning of them. They can be a nightmare to start weaning off onto frozen. I've heard of people feeding them on pellets and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, don't be scared as such, unless you come across things such as banded, was it copper band butterflies and things like that. They're well known for being tricky. Powder blues, powder blue tangs, well known for white spot carrion, and also very, very reliable to catch hit. Unless you're doing a fish only system, you can, I don't know, actually that's even more awkward. No, that's the sort of fish I'd stay clear of. But anyway, I've babbled on way too long. Yeah, so this is my little update for you, just to let you know where I am right now. Looking to start that series soon about how to set up your own marine tank. The easy way, we're going to call it. Marine tank setup the easy way. Or the easy way of keeping marine fish. We'll think of something as we go. But I mean, so many people are scared off, and I've seen so many of these other, you know, a few of my subscribers have got it, and I've subscribed to quite a few people that have got marine tanks now. And yeah, please guys, don't be scared off about setting up a marine tank. It's one of the best things you can do in the hobby, in my opinion. I've done the goldfish, like I said, I've done the goldfish, tropical fish, planted tanks, and Malawis. And to be fair, I find this a lot less stressful than keeping Malawis. As long as you do your research. I mean, you're going to do it anyway, because I mean, everything costs you a lot more money than it does normally. Make sure you get a part-time job to fund it, and this is a part-time job on top of your normal job, because it does get very addictive, as you can tell by this. I mean, I don't know how much money I've spent on corals, but like I say, this has all been built up over the last 9 months or so. And yeah, so if I leave it there for now, and I'll bring you up another update soon, and we'll start off hopefully the new series of how to start up a marine tank for beginners, because I think it's about time people realise that it is a good thing to get into, and it's not something to be scared of. Right, cheers for now guys, and I'll catch you again soon.